Slimehouse TV, myself, Theo Cane. We're here at Magna in Sheffield for HorrorCon UK 2023, an event that we've been covering now for like 7 years. Today's sold out, it's our biggest event ever, and it's always an occasion that I look forward to so much. So today we're going to be looking at the stalls, the toys, the memorabilia, the collectibles, and hopefully chatting to a couple of the guests as well. Let's see how we get on. So HorrorCon UK is a huge horror convention that goes down every year here in Sheffield. It's a 2-day event that I've been lucky enough to be involved with since it first started back in 2015. And over the course of those years, I've had the opportunity to work with and interview tons of horror guests and legends. And although we've had some massive guests over the time that we've been doing it, this year was our biggest event ever, with tickets on the Saturday being completely sold out. So this year, like all of the others, we had some incredible guests, some new faces and some returning ones, including Heather Langenkamp from A Nightmare on Elm Street and Jonathan Breck from Jeepers Creepers. We also had all the core cast of Cenobites from the original Hellraiser franchise together for the first time in this country in like 15 years, so we knew that this event was going to be a very busy weekend and we was all very excited to get stuck into it. So it's only 10 o'clock, that's when the early bird starts, that's when we first let people into the building, and as you can see it's already heaving and the venue doesn't even properly open until 11 o'clock. So people have paid for early bird tickets, they're big fans that want to get their stuff signed before there's giant queues, which there will be today. But yeah man, it's going to be awesome, I can already tell the vibe's mint. He's the OG zombie of Sheffield. 11 o'clock is when the doors open, and I think they've just opened up to the public. And at 11:30 we're taking Eileen Dietz to a photo shoot. Eileen Dietz, who you'll know from The Exorcist, and then we'll take her to a Q&A after. Now naturally, with me having my own YouTube channel, I've always filmed bits of content at HorrorCon, but filming stuff and grabbing interviews at these events is just something that I do on the side when time permits. My actual job at HorrorCon is the guest liaison manager. So it's my mission every year to make sure that all the guests are where they need to be at the right time, whether that be at their desks doing signings and meet and greets, or at their Q&A panels or their photo shoots with fans. Escape kind of vibe, yeah, I believe. Oh yeah. Cool. We'll go through the back this way. We'll go, and then I can go let photo shoot know that you'll be with them momentarily. Just a quick lippy stop. Con stuff. You're on the right, love.
I'm so twisted around here.
There we go. And people travel from all over the country to come to HorrorCon, and we always want everyone to leave as happy as possible and make sure everybody gets what they came for, so we do have to run a very tight ship, and it can sometimes be a little hectic and a lot of responsibility, especially when the events are as busy as this one, but I absolutely love it, and together with my Slimehouse crew, we all take a lot of pride in being a core part of the HorrorCon UK team. So a lot of people think that I'll just turn up and film a lot of the HorrorCon stuff, but my actual job is the guest liaison manager. So it's my job to be like bringing the guests to their Q&A, to the photo shoots, making sure everything's all right, they've got everything that they need. So their queues are full of people that are wanting to get stuff signed. So it's also my job to lock those queues off and bring them to Q&A, which they're doing now. So we've got a lot of die-hard Hellraiser fans asking them questions about the movie's production. And yeah, it buzzes me out to see how much people love these movies. It's going down really well, which is awesome. The busiest yet. It's sold out today.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah. Right, brother. We're trying to find you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, man.
They've got a bar here, huh?
Yeah, there we are. Have fun.
Thank you, sir.
So like I said, I am the guest liaison manager of this event. This doesn't mean though that we're just constantly ushering guests around. There is a lot of that, but we do also get time to check out all the attractions and stalls as well, which being a horror fan and a collector is also one of my favourite parts of the whole weekend. So between guest appointments, you can usually find me browsing around the traders' stalls, looking for toys and merchandise and checking out all the cool stuff that they've brought with them. I want to go check out the Mad About Horror stall. Official HorrorCon sponsors, always got so many dope exclusives. Really cool people, always selling some really cool stuff. So let's go check some of it out. You forget how big these life-size Chucky dolls are. Look at this. We've got a bunch of sideshow horror figures as well there, mint. Are these sideshow these?
Some of them are, so these three are sideshow.
Yeah. And who's the Michaels at the back?
They are Trick or Treat Studios.
Oh, the Trick or Treat Studios, yeah, really nice. To stand side by side, a sideshow, and for me not to be able to know, that's a good look.
Yeah, they're good, man, they're good.
Oh, that's wicked as well.
Have you got one of our limited shark cards?
Oh no, thank. Is that just for this weekend? Oh, nice one. Look at that.
On the back, it's
The
got little notes,
Terrifier.
HorrorCon exclusive.
Wow. Whoa, thank you. Look at that. Limited to 500. Love it. This is dope. This is going to be a big hitter this year because we've got the dude that plays him over there. So yeah, a little bit busy, but this is always a stall that gets so many people flaunting it all weekend, so there's never really a good time to come here when it's quiet. This is another good one. He's here this year, Jonathan signing. Hopefully be able to get an interview with him tomorrow or later, who knows. Another really cool thing about the traders as well is how different they all are. From people selling official movie merchandise and hard to find films, to independent authors promoting their own books and comics, and artists who paint and draw, and sculptors who make their own horror masks and costumes. These are here every year, they make dope masks. Are these all your masks? Yeah.
Slimehouse, right?
Slimehouse, that's
I'm
me.
late to the party, but I've just discovered you.
Oh, have you? Nice one, bro. Appreciate it. Just admiring your work.
Oh, thank you.
Do you like hand sculpted and you make them all in like silicone and stuff after?
They're all hand sculpted in clay.
Yeah.
Plaster molds and then liquid latex.
Yeah, mint. Just so it's just liquid latex painted into the mold. It's not even like foam baked latex.
No, that's right. Just
Right.
leave it in the mold and then
Oh.
let it set and peel it out.
Messed my carpet up many times as a kid trying to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I know it's not an
You'll do
easy
that,
thing to do. But no, wicked, mate. Love it. A Slimehouse fan and a toy collector. My kind of guy. How you doing, Mark? We're just doing a little tour of the tables.
Oh, fantastic. Welcome to Hellbound Media.
What we plug in today? What's the new release?
Well, new release. Got Slaughterhouse Farm Collected Trade. Welsh slasher comic.
Welsh slasher comic.
Slasher comic. It's about a group of English teenagers who are taken for a team building exercise by the social workers.
Yeah.
They break down and encounter a monstrous farmer called Pigfucker who destroys them one by one.
It's the classic. Nice one, dude.
Yeah, we've also got Clownface, the horror film, and
Which I've got a cameo in
there's
that
your
movie.
art, that's your art,
Yeah,
that is.
that's my art, and I'm also in that movie as well. Hunt It Down. Got a little cameo playing a drug dealer. Great day.
But a really nice one.
A really nice one, yeah. I have an arc within like the 3 seconds I'm on screen. I got a whole arc from dickhead to nice guy. Good chatting anyway, boys. Loving the Go-Go. The OG, original only, suited up British kaiju.
I like anyone who knows Gorgo.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people don't. I love, got time for Go-Go. I'm a kaiju guy though, so it's kind of like...
No, absolutely. Gorgo was a classic. And
Oh,
I think
thank you.
really great was the London one because you'd see him tear down the tower.
Yeah, comes down the Thames. Yeah, great movie.
Great, love
Probably
that.
don't get enough love. We need a nice 4K of that.
Yeah.
Maybe here at HorrorCon.
I think we need to get a re-release, honestly.
What is it you do?
So basically I'm a writer, but this is my latest book. It's London sort of horror films, all the
Wow.
various different
Oh,
horror films
dope.
in London, and it's walks through them, and it basically includes stuff like Gorgo, Lost Loves.
Graham Humphreys art as well.
Yeah,
Can't go
Grant
wrong.
did a beautiful job. of
Yeah,
that.
as always.
Very lovely.
Yeah. Nice one, nice chatting anyway.
Thanks.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Let's go see the boys at Last Shirt on the left. Thought we'd bring the camera over, film some of the new releases and stuff.
The latest release is the Picture
Oh, lovely.
only available here.
Only, is it a HorrorCon exclusive?
It's a HorrorCon exclusive.
If you follow what I do, you'll have probably seen me work with these guys lots of times.
Yeah.
How many have we done now so far? I was trying to look earlier. This is mine,
Yeah.
this is mine, this one, and this one. Have you got Conan as well? Or is that not really a horror vibe?
We've got it. We just
There's no space to put it out. That's my favourite though. That's my favourite. That's the one that I spent the most time on. Let's hold it up.
I still want you to do one for the blob.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are, man. Let's see it. Let's get a shot. Whenever you're ready, we'll do a blob. Spent a long time on that. Way too long.
Yeah, no, I know. But it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's one of them, I'm still happy with it. A lot of my artwork, after a year or so, I don't like it anymore, but that one and the body melt in particular, two that I've got a lot of time for.
I'm on my second of each. I've worn
Oh yeah,
so much.
nice one,
Yeah.
nice one. Some of these stalls have like the dopest shit. HorrorCon's really good for getting like really obscure movies on nice Blu-rays and DVDs, stuff that you can't get anywhere else, you get it at HorrorCon. So when I'm talking about movies that are like not released on like a wide release and really hard to get older stuff, and cult movies and mad action and kaiju and zombie and revenge and everything, all the weirdest cult stuff you'll find over on the Strange Vice stall. I've known these guys for years and they always have the dopest releases. We'll get some close-up shots later when it's less busy. It's always a stall that has a lot of attention. It's like Mandalorian armor. It draws many eyes, for good reason. You buying anything from here, Jace?
Saved it already.
You got some stuff saved. What you having? What are you having this year? Kung Fu soundtrack.
Jackie Exploitation.
Jackie Exploitation.
Yeah,
what, like
limited
rip-off Jackie
edition.
Chan movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like not Jackie Chan, but starring like Jackie Chun, a bootleg Jackie Chan, and there'll be like a whole nice set that you can only get here. This is nice as well. I looked at this one before. That Blood Island set. That's the kind of stuff you get from Strange Vice. Only the best. You'll think you've like seen every kind of movie in a certain genre, and then these will pull out like a box set on like Venezuelan exploitation or something mad, and you're just like, oh, that's another rabbit hole I got to go down. I love it. These are cool. Socks. Oh, it's a hat. Wow. And this is a dope sculpture that's here every single year. I don't even know if a lot of these are one-offs or if he casts them, but this guy's here every year and he makes some really nice stuff. How you doing? Is it your work, this? Yeah, you're here every year, aren't you? I remember my friend bought the Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, like Two-Face off you, yeah. Just getting some shots of your stall for the video. Loving the work. Did you cast it and do multiples or are they one-offs?
Oh no, make them all.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were like one-offs or if you cast them. Be a lot of work doing them as one-offs every time, but you never know. We've got the Harryhausen Cyclops, Lord Crumb from Bad Taste, look at that. And the baby from Brain Dead, you got everything. Is that typo negative? Yeah. I know a girl's obsessed with him. Yeah. Wicked anyway, man. Nice one. That's awesome. Do you mind me getting a shot of it? Fold it out. I'll get a little shot for the video.
Put it on the floor.
If you don't mind, that'd be cool. Look at that. Jason Takes Manhattan original video shot
poster.
Oh, beautiful. That's literally one of my favourites as well. Who's on there then?
Graham Humphreys, Tina, Freddie, Robert, and
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. This is also a store that I always buy t-shirts from every year. Look at some of the selection that they've got. So that El Santo versus Frankenstein and a Werewolf is one of my favourites. But I think I'm going to get a Bronx Warriors this year because that's like one of my favourite movies of all time. And I've not seen a t-shirt of it ever, especially in England. So that's probably a definite cop for me this year. Or the Shogun Assassin one is also lit. And I think the Bronx Warriors one's a new one as well for this year. I don't know if it's a HorrorCon exclusive, but it's definitely like a new print that they've brought. This is the first time I've ever seen it at HorrorCon. This is also a dope stall. He's here every year. Sells a lot of American exclusives, some of the bigger stuff. If you want like a Killer Clowns from Outer Space doormat, this is the guy to go to. All right, bro. Just talking about your wares.
Oh, we good.
Guts, yeah, the goods. And it is good stuff as well, it is the goods. Oh, another dope t-shirt seller here. He always has some really nice ones as well. And over here, we have to be a bit quiet because Eileen Dietz is just doing her Q&A. So we'll be grabbing her shortly for her photo shoot. So HorrorCon is a 2-day event. Today is the Sunday, and in general, Sunday is the more chill event, but if it's anything like yesterday, today is going to be just as chaotic, and I say chaotic in a good way, because it's full of avid horror fans that can't wait to get their stuff signed again like yesterday. Today is usually the day when we get a bit of interviewing and stuff with the guests, and maybe we can do that today, who knows? All depends how busy it is, but either way, I'm looking forward to it, and we're going to take you along for the journey. Let's do this. Here with horror royalty, Graham Humphreys. If you don't know about Graham Humphreys, he's a dude that designed so many of the movie posters and VHS covers for movies that people like me and so many other people here grew up loving. It's just so cool to have him here every single year. I love seeing his work. And so do so many other people. Slimehouse TV just here at HorrorCon UK 2023 Day 2, and I'm here with the legendary Graham Humphreys. We just give you a little bit of an intro off camera. I don't know if you saw us doing that, but how are you finding HorrorCon? I know you're here every single year. How's it been this year?
Fantastic. It's probably the busiest one, I think, so far. The first one I did was, actually Heather was here for that one as well, so she's had a massive queue this time as well, but this year the queues have been fantastic though. It's been the busiest I've ever seen it.
And I know you paint a poster for HorrorCon every single year. You always knock it out of the park, and just wanted to ask you a little bit about your process. How long one of these takes you?
Yeah, well, basically you get the guest list, and then there's always you trying to get some sort of theme in there just to pull it all together. So there's always been a sort of Sheffield element in there. But this year, because of the Hellraiser theme, I've gone with the cube there, and it's got SHC, it's Sheffield HorrorCon.
Love it.
So that's the main sort of link. I've always painted, and I just really enjoy the whole process. It's quite messy sometimes, but that's all part of the whole thing anyway though. But something like this probably takes about 2.5 days, solid painting. And there's always a piece of artwork at the end of it, which I can then sell on to anybody that wants to buy.
And if people want to find your stuff, where we're heading to?
GrahamHumphreys.com.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Graham. You have a good weekend. Nice one, dude.
Somebody has to leave you. Oh my goodness, look at all these people.
Yeah. That's the theme. We'll come and collect you after. That's a good lookalike. That's what I thought for a second. Yeah. Now, although we do have so much going on here at HorrorCon, for many people the main attraction is the guests, the opportunity to meet horror legends and veterans of genre cinema and TV, and with me being a filmmaker and obviously a massive movie fan, I always try and grab a few minutes with them on camera if their schedule permits it for a quick Slimehouse interview. And as I said at the start of this video, over the years I've had the opportunity to speak to some absolute legends in the world of horror, all of which can be still found right here on the Slimehouse TV YouTube. And this year, I was really looking forward to speaking with Cane Hodder, as I didn't get a chance to interview him the last time that we had him at HorrorCon. But unfortunately, just a couple of days before the convention, due to unforeseen circumstances, he did have to reschedule. Now, these things do happen. It's not uncommon for a guest to sometimes have to rearrange. It's nobody's fault, it's just life, and sometimes it just be like that. But because the team behind HorrorCon are so good at pulling miracles out of the bag at the last minute, within just a few hours they managed to get an amazing guest to stand in for Cane Hodder in the form of this dude, Richard Breck. So Richard Breck is another absolute legend, who is also actually one of the busiest working actors in film and TV today. You will have seen him in all sorts, from Game of Thrones and Peaky Blinders to The Mandalorian and Barbarian. But with him being such a prolific actor, you know that I had to try and get him for a couple of minutes on camera to talk acting and filmmaking, and luckily for me, and you lot watching at home, he very kindly obliged. Slimehouse TV back again at HorrorCon UK. We're just here with Richard Breck. Richard, we got you in last minute, but it seems like you've been mega popular.
I loved it. I've wanted to come here for a while, so
really?
Unfortunately it worked out because Cane couldn't make it, but I'm so glad I could fill in, and I've had a great time. People are just so lovely. It's just been really enjoyable.
So you say you've heard the HorrorCon before. You've wanted to get here, and now you're here.
Well, it's the first one, first HorrorCon in the UK, and I live here, so I was like, why haven't they invited me up yet?
Yeah.
And luckily Wendy and Jill had me up for this one. But I'd heard about it. I know Bill Moseley had done it a few years ago.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm friends with Bill, and he spoke really highly of it. So
that's good to know.
It was great to come up and actually experience it myself. It's been great.
Well, a lot of people might not know that you're actually originally from Wales as well.
I am.
You don't sound like it, but yeah, apparently so.
I grew up in America, but I'm true blood, full-on Welshman.
And obviously you do all different types of movies, and people are here for your more gory and gritty and horror stuff, but for somebody that's worked so prolifically with all different kinds of directors in all different genres, what would you say always consistently makes a good director for anybody out there here that wants to get into directing?
Oh, I would say there's a lot of things, but probably from an actor's perspective, it would be just to allow the actor to bring something as well, and not try and choreograph what your actors want them to do, but just hire good actors that are going to bring something different, unexpected to the role, and let them do it. And if they're not doing what you want, obviously let them know, but to really trust your actors. And I think the best directors I've worked with are ones that, like Rob Zombie, for example, really just allow their actors to come up with all kinds of inventive things and trust his actors to bring some interesting stuff to the roles. And it's a lot of fun because you're working together then. So.
Yeah, you've got that. You can do that dance where they want to get something from you, but you can also bring a little bit of what you want to the character as well. And I take it you do quite a lot of that with Rob.
He's wonderful like that. He wants you obviously to work within the framework of what he's creating, but at the same time he lets you really go for it and bring some shit.
Wicked.
I swear.
No, of course you can. Do you know, for somebody, last question, for somebody that's worked, because you've danced in a few worlds now, Game of Thrones, Batman, Marvel, Star Wars, what's the world you've not been in yet that you'd like to?
God, I don't think I have one really. I'm always just
the bucket list is done.
Surprised by things come. I don't even have a bucket list. I'd rather just let what comes. I'm lucky by doing that. I've had all those crazy experiences. I never expect whatever comes next, and when it comes, I'm like, oh shit, that's cool.
Awesome,
like Star
man.
Wars.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. We'll let you get back to your line. Appreciate it. Nice one.
So that's been great.
Now, speaking of a guest that had to rearrange, Jonathan Breck is someone that was actually supposed to be with us at HorrorCon last year, but again, due to stuff out of our control, he did have to reschedule. Luckily though, this meant that we did get to have him this year instead, and with him being an actor that's known for playing such an iconic role, you know that I had to try and grab him for a quick interview. Slimehouse TV back again at HorrorCon UK 2023. I'm just here with Jonathan Breck, who you may know as this guy. How are you finding the con so far? This is the first time you've been here?
It's the first time I've been here in Sheffield, and it's fantastic. Really set up well, met great people, everybody's been really sweet. It's just been great. Love being here.
Because we were supposed to have you last year, right? And then something happened. I'm so glad we got you back though.
My wife had emergency appendectomy like the Monday before I was supposed to come, so I figured I'd better stay home for that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's all sorted, and we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Tell me about this thing first of all, because you've been carrying this round in the photo shoots and stuff like that, and a few people asked me about it. They said, is it an original cast from the film or something? Is it just a gift that someone gave you?
Well, I don't. It's not a mask that I wear for Jeepers Creepers. It's actually a build, right? So the creeper makeup is literally makeup.
Yeah.
Right. So, for instance, around each eye, it's like 5 individual paper-thin pieces, really, really thin, molded to my face. And so every morning when I would come in, it would be a process. Like they would glue all 5 pieces on, then they would blend them, then they would paint it. And so it was a laborious process. This took about 7 hours, right? But after I work in it, it's all just sweat and it comes off in pieces, right? So it wouldn't be usable at all. So I had to do a makeup on a styrofoam head just like he did on me every single day. So this is an exact replica of what I wore by the guy who did my makeup. This guy right here. Right there, Brian Pinnacus.
Okay.
That's him, right? Doing an application. So it's exactly like what I wore. And so I bring this around because fans, they love to see it.
Yeah,
right?
you get on the plane with that.
Take pictures with it. Yeah, TSA loves it, believe me. Yeah.
Do you know, when it comes to the merchandise and stuff of the Creeper, it's so popular. A lot of the people that watch this channel are big toy collectors. What was the first time that you saw a figure of the Creeper? And that must have been a moment, right? To see an action figure of this, a piece of merchandise.
I mean, now they've made tons of them, right? But the first movie, they made a very limited run of the Creeper, and the character is about 12 inches tall, about a foot tall, right? And they just made a few of them. And if you can ever find one, it's incredible. I mean, they're worth a ton of money right now, but that was the first one I saw. Then they made one, Soda Toys made one for the second one.
Yeah.
Then I saw Bobblehead come out. Then we had Pop Art come out, a Pop Doll about 2 years ago. But they've made all kinds of stuff now. So it's pretty surreal, actually, to see yourself in a figure form.
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet.
Yeah.
Well, it's been wicked to talk to you.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
so much.
Yeah,
appreciate
sure.
you being here. And
thanks for
last
coming
question,
by.
would you come again?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just tell me when. I'll be back.
Love it.
Yeah.
Nice one. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jonathan.
you
That
bet,
was
man.
awesome.
Okay.
Slimehouse TV, we're back at HorrorCon UK 2023, myself, Theo Cane, and we're just with Eileen Dietz. Eileen, how have you found the con so far?
Oh, it's great. It's so busy. I mean, I've done a lot of conventions, and this one takes the cake.
Really? Coming from someone who's from America as well, that's quite the statement.
Yeah, it is.
And we obviously know you as the face of the movie.
Face.
Can you tell us a little bit about the other involvement you had in the film? To understand it might have been a little bit more.
Oh, I was made up we call it the demon who possessed Reagan.
Right.
And so I was made up to look just like the little girl.
Yeah.
And I shot the levitation scenes and the death scene and the vomiting scene and this scene. And
some classic scenes then.
Yeah, and what we call the abuse of the cross scene.
Okay, that's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, it's for a general audience as opposed to an ex-audience. So it was fun.
Do you remember anything about the reception of that film when it first came out? I remember, at least here in England, people were quite frightened when that first came out.
It was banned
terrified
here
a nation.
It was banned here.
Yeah.
It shows how sophisticated you Brits
over
are.
here in England.
No, right from the beginning, the film just scared everybody. So, that was the reception. People were scared. People threw up in the aisles. People fainted in the aisles.
You've got a book out as well, right? You've got a book and they've all gone.
They're all gone, but if your audience wants to buy one from me, the best way is to go to Facebook and PM me or DM me or whatever and me you want. And, we can work it out and I'll ship the book to you autographed.
Yeah, because you sold out this weekend. You've had
I
to have
did.
some people take mail orders.
Absolutely, because we're here and they don't have to go through the Facebook thing.
Yeah.
Or you can go to my email, which is eileen@eileendietz.com, and now I feel like I'm doing an infomercial.
No, that's fine. Plug away. Can you tell me a little bit about the book? What will people expect to find in there?
Yeah, the whole beginning is about this little girl, me, kind of flat-chested and buck-toothed and kind of funny-looking, who wanted to be an actress.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody said I couldn't be one, and so the first part of the book is biographical about how I ended up shooting The Exorcist, from when everybody said, you can't be an actress, there's too many people being an actress. And the whole beginning of the book is about don't let that negativity affect you. And don't drop your dreams. My sister said if you drop your dream, it breaks.
Yeah.
So you got to keep going, and you can choose to either tell a lot of people about it or choose to keep it a secret. But you got to keep that dream going, not only if you're an actress, but maybe you want to open a wardrobe shop, or maybe you want to even be a mom. Whatever you want to be in life, keep going, and don't let anybody dissuade you from it.
I love that. So just to elaborate on that a little bit, to anybody that's wanting to become an actress or an actor or get into the world of movies, what would your advice be?
Well, if you're an actor, my advice is absolutely get in front of a camera. You know, find out if you have a university or a college or something in your town. Save up your money so you can work for free. And you have to build up a resume. It's good to build up what they call an IMDb presence, which is the International Movie Base. And your credits should be listed there. But do anything you can to find out about what happens on the set. You know, and you won't be paid probably. You probably work for free, and you do student films or stuff like that. But that'll do it for you, and you get the experience. Because people just won't hire you if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Good to have you know your way around a movie set before you start trying to get paid and things like that.
And even like I shot General Hospital for 2 years, but there's special things like when they count you down to start, they don't say one. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Yeah.
And just things like that, knowing about things like that.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I don't know, it's unfortunate or it's fortunate, but you have to be a little obsessive if that's what you want to do. And you can't be an actress and have like a profession. It just doesn't work. You know, like a legal secretary or something like that. It has to be 100% commitment.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
One other thing. If you... Oh, I said that already. I mean, if you're interested in other stuff I have, go to eileendietz.com.
Oh, eileendietz.com,
But always order it from me.
Always order it from you
the
directly.
website.
Yeah. Best coming from you directly.
Yep.
Comes with that special touch.
Yeah. And find out about the extras. There's a new CD coming out to celebrate the 50th anniversary.
Okay.
And there's more of Pazuzu in it.
Okay.
And I saw it, and it's quite remarkable because I always think sequels, but it's quite remarkable. So look for the film.
Thank you so much. Well, that's Eileen Dietz at HorrorCon. We'll let you get back to your stall. Thank you so much, and you have a great weekend.
I will. And thank you for the interview.
No
Bye-bye,
problem.
everybody.
So that's how me and the team got on at HorrorCon UK 2023. I really wanted to do something different with this year's video and show a little bit more of what goes on behind the scenes and what kind of involvement myself and the Slimehouse crew have at the convention. Up until now, I've only ever really uploaded the interviews that I do at the events, but as you can see, there's so much more going on, and I hope that you feel we captured a bit of that in this video. It was the first time that we'd sold out, the first time that we had all of the Cenobites together, and also the first time that I'd seen anyone get engaged during a Jeepers Creepers Q&A. Maybe the first time ever. But either way, it was a super memorable event, and even a week on, it still hasn't fully sunk in just how epic it was. As I mentioned multiple times in this episode, it was a very busy event, so I didn't get a chance to interview everyone that I would have liked to. I really wanted to grab a few words with Heather Langenkamp, but she was just so swamped all weekend. It was the same the last time she was here, but hopefully one day I will get that interview because there's so much that I want to talk to her about. I also didn't get a chance to talk to any of the Hellraiser cast on camera this time either, but I have interviewed both Doug Bradley and Nicholas Vince before on this channel, so make sure you go back through the archive and check them out when you've got a minute as well, because they're both a couple of classic HorrorCon and Slimehouse bangers. If you've never been to HorrorCon UK, then hopefully this video twisted your arm to get tickets for the next one. They've also got another event in September called Popcorn that covers a much wider genre of TV and film as well, so I'll put all the information down in the description below if you want to come and check out any future events. If you have been to HorrorCon before, then let me know in the comments below what your favourite memory is, and also if you're a fan of horror toys and memorabilia, if there's anything that you saw on those stalls that you would have not been able to leave without coming home with. I also want to say a massive thank you to the HorrorCon team, you know who you are, for always being so supportive of what I do here at Slimehouse, and for not only trusting me with such an important job, but also for allowing me and my crew to film so much awesome content, stuff that I'd never have the opportunity to do otherwise. Like I said at the start, HorrorCon UK is honestly one of my favourite things that I'm involved with. It's so close to my heart and I love being a part of it so much. If this is your first time checking out Slimehouse TV, I'm Theo Cane. I do videos every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with future video drops. You can also follow me on Instagram, and if you want to help make these videos bigger and better than ever, then I also have a Patreon that you can check out as well. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video today. I really do appreciate it, and until next time, I'm gone. Pow!